Okay. Seems like it's site-wide. Probably should leave this dog bowl then. Well, guys, we can't really do a draft stream with the I'll DM the Underdog account. Um All right, well, let's look at the marathon teams. Because I still think I can pull them up and DM them to myself. We'll do that. We'll talk a little bit of football, and then we'll get out of here. Guys, I would recommend not entering any drafts for the moment. Just leaked my address. Yeah, I guess don't come get me, crazies. I don't live there anymore, so I'm not really worried about it. Can you do college football in Florida? Maybe. I don't know. You're in one and it's working. It's a battle royale though. That's what I just entered though. Well, I'll try to enter another one. I wonder what will happen with that team. All right, well, we entered another one. Let's see if this one goes off. It's gonna be funny if this one also freezes. If you look at I'm looking at the DM right now. That's where I lived in 2022. So I'm entering another one just for scientific purposes. Hopefully, just one or two glitched out. But we're about to find out as soon as this timer ticks down. Ah, it's working. Huh. Weird. So I don't know what happens with that other one. Either it auto drafts everything or it just gets canceled. I don't know. But I'm in another dog bowl. We'll do one more dog bowls. Nerdy Tenor knows ball. He took CD Lamb 101. I would read my article there. But plain CD Lamb is one of my confidence spots. I think Tyreek's pretty QB proof, Terrence. Like, He's not as good. He won't be as good as Lamb. Love when the people just auto draft. Yeah, he won't be as good as Lamb, but probably going to be better than CMC in the short run. And I don't have a ton of Tyreek. I don't know what just happened there. Checking on my drafters teams. My drafters teams I did not do the same as Marathon. Like I did these more earlier in the season. And I built too thin, I think. I think I built a lot of 0 RB teams, but my top team right now is in 64th place. Of course, not everyone has played this week, so not equal. Gonna have a bad QB score this week with only Josh Allen, unless Drake May sees the field. Achane and Cook, let's go. Rashad White and Swift, two other fine backs. Pretty thin, only having 5 RBs here. Drafted this very early, back when like wide receivers were expensive. So the wide receiver room, not the best. AJ Brown, Flowers, going to need these two to be special this year. Curtis Samuel's hurt. Didn't do anything. Cortland Sutton, Cooks, they can give you a spike. Leggett and Thielen, they'll be throwing the ball. Polk and Bourne. Bourne's not playing yet, but eventually. And Tyler Boyd. So at least I got 10 wideouts. And then Brock Bowers, Isaiah Likely, and Conklin. Great tight end room. So I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the best team in the world, but doing well at the moment. Again, that's total points weeks 1 through 17. If you guys like these streams, please subscribe. Morning. I don't have as much Tyreek and Tua in playoff pod best ball. So I didn't like their matchup against the Browns week 17 outside. I do have quite a bit of Achane because not as much in BBM5, just due to the time period of when I drafted. I'm like above the field, but I have a lot more in stuff I drafted later. And then yeah, because I thought, Achane is kind of defensive proof, just everything proof, and it was cheaper. Pretty good run out for the CD Lamb bags to date. Sure. I don't know, Lebowski. Like, in my opinion, if Josh Allen goes down, the season's over. When your quarterback's not as good, maybe you could argue you should have a better backup. You're welcome, brother. It's true, man. My high school friends used to call me like someone called me a gorilla because my arms were long. Hell yeah, dude. I got a lot of James Cook. I got a lot of every bill, but James Cook, excited about those bags. Monster Singletary this week. Probably Singletary. But also defensible to flip a coin. Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna find out if Ryan Tannehill's really retired with both Miami and the Packers probably needing a QB in the short term. Hell yeah, see money. Um, I like them both. Gunny. Well, this guy can't take a tight end, so no need to take a tight end. Should be pretty uncommon to do the double running back from the same game. Not typically my favorite correlation, but we've seen it get there. Mullet Murph was a college nickname. I didn't have a mullet in high school. Neighbors, if he's healthy, 100%. And then Billy, I also like, I don't know. You're asking this question. It's either a home league or a managed league. And if my team was better than the other team, like if I thought I just needed 8 to 10 points, I'd play Najee. But I'm playing Worthy over Najee. I know Worthy's floor is literally 0 points, but I don't care. He can also get you a score on one touch. So even though Najee is going to have far more touches than Worthy, you know, let's have some fun. Wonder how long this draft will hang out. Sure. I had a mullet twice. In a terrible decision, I cut my mullet before I studied abroad in New Zealand one semester, and like half the dudes wear mullets in New Zealand, so could have fit right in. I would play Likely as an upside play over Calvin Ridley. Yeah, I mean, like the start sit decisions generally are like what I notice is like I think it's a lot of people who draft in like 10-man leagues and they just have like a plethora of talent. You know, draft in bigger leagues, guys. Have worse teams. Like my 14 team league, there is no start sit decision. It's like play a player with a pulse or don't. Did you play rugby in New Zealand? I thought about it, but no, I didn't. I hurt my like I bought a me and my roommate bought a car for like $300. It was like a red car with like old school with like the pop-up lights. Um really old. It was like 1980s or something. We did a lot of the great hikes. Me and all these friends I made. So we did a bunch of hikes. Hurt my foot on one of the hikes. I was thinking about playing rugby, but decided I'd rather just, you know, gallivant around New Zealand. We sold the car back for like $200 to one of our friends, and I think she said it didn't pass inspection, which it really doesn't surprise me. The reactions I got when I cut the mullet were like I went to school with like 2,000 kids, so I think this one girl was like drunk at a party. She's like, "You again, you shouldn't have cut that." And then other people were like, "Great decision. That was terrible." And then almost like every dude on campus, whenever I'd see them, they'd be like, "When's the mullet coming back? When's it coming back?" And one day I had like longish hair, and someone asked me that, and I said, "Right now, dude, you're gonna cut it for me." He did not do a good job. Like the first mullet, I had my friend do it, and it was like, it was like this, but just long in the back. This dude, but like I told him not to buzz the top, but he buzzed the top. So I didn't like the second mullet as much. It took a while to grow into that. Oh, this draft popped off. PSA, if you had a frozen draft, it's probably going now. I would think chess. Like if I had the mullet and was beating people in chess, I think that would piss some people off. It's emotional to lose a chess game anyways. Like I have an Apple Watch, and when I wear it and play chess as the game gets to the end, I like get heart attack alarms where it's like you're inactive and your heart rate is at 120, you know? Maybe I'll get the mullet again one day. Man, I played some great chess last weekend and just could not finish the games. I'll show you guys for anyone who cares. This first game, first off, this guy's already has like a really passive setup where I have more space. And you can, Jesus, and you just kind of can see, I like improve all my pieces. I have all the space. I'm way up on time. I decided to go up a pawn, but we have opposite colored bishops, which is kind of draws to nature. And I made the wrong decision here to capture this way instead of this way and just like push my pawns. Let's do the worthy stack here. Let's go flowers this time. So whatever, I make the wrong decision here. And then I've just like weakened my king. And that becomes a problem with his queen invading. He's threatening checkmate. He should have played h4. So I did. And then, yeah, my notation gets awry here, but I don't really have a way to get into his king, and he gets into my king. So collapsed in that one. Frustrating because I controlled the game the whole time. And then I was playing a guy rated pretty equally to me. I'm white here. This move's not very good, where I have all these tactics going on like this. And so, okay, I drop a pawn on purpose, but I have the space. We do a weird transposition here. Still down the pawn. He's trying to hold on to it. I'm gaining space. This is not a good move because now I have a protected pass pawn. And this is a mistake by him because I can trade and then play this move queen d4. And the point is I'm going to get these pawns. And knight 96 would be a good idea, which he plays. But I simply pin his king. He can't take my bishop. I protect it twice. So I won both my pawns. So now I'm up a pawn, which is generally enough to win. Let's go likely. And wow, my uke. Yeah. So I'm just winning now. Up a pawn, endgame, trade the pieces. I make things a little complicated here. But again, we're still up a pawn. And the problem for my opponent is like this guy is fast. Do an excellent series here to force off the knight. You can't check me because my bishop covers it. And here, I'm just winning. Like obviously, you take this rook and bishop and 2 pawns versus 3 is pretty easy to win. Don't trade the pawns. Trade the pieces. Use your bishop and go get these pawns. But I lose my F and mine, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to give away this pawn. I will be greedy. And I play rook e3 and I'll pin it. And you can't move your knight because I take your rook. But of course, he can just attack my bishop. So I don't know what I'm effing doing. This still should be a draw. But I took with the pawn because I want to win. And I ended up losing. So disastrous tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Do you think the Chiefs go Rice, Worthy, Hollywood, and 3 wide receiver sets, or more of a rotation? I think maybe Hollywood will be rotated in and out as he gets healthy with like Justin Watson, but no, I don't think we're going to see the level of rotation that we saw last year. I'm going to launch a chess channel. That's coming. Now that the season started, I'm going to launch a channel and I'm at least going to review my games there. So, how do you deal with tilt during chess? I mean, it's really just annoying more than anything because it's like, ugh, I don't mind if if someone just like outplays me, that doesn't really bother me. You know, like good on you. You played well. Sure. We'll correlate. So yeah, if someone outplays me, good on you. If I blunder, also like, okay, just be better. But when you outplay someone and then you just like give it away at the end, it is tilting. I don't know. You gotta just try to ignore it. It's definitely very easy to tilt in chess, though. Derrick Henry or Josh Jacobs rest of season. Really close to in their homes. Probably Josh Jacobs. Not as old. I mean, so, okay, they're just, like, begging me to take Evan Ingram at this point, so we're gonna do it. Would you trade Justin Jefferson for Christian McCaffrey? Gavin, I have no idea the severity of CMC's injury. If I knew it was minor, obviously yes. But it's a risk, you know? I don't think anyone knows about that other than, like, Kyle Shanahan and CMC himself. Pretty fun team. Pretty loaded team, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to end it after this draft. Make sure to like the video. Please subscribe. If you're not in my Discord, the link to join is below. Check out my, after this, go to the recorded video section, interact with that video, write a comment, whatever. Helps me out. So we'll probably just rip Trevor Lawrence here. Don't really mind telling people that. Only this guy can draft a QB that's left. And you would think he would prefer to stack. But let's get some backups. I guess Daniel Jones is our backup as a rushing guy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. As long as Josh Allen is the quarterback, the Bills are not going to struggle. Jack, you had your chance. Saying that I took Devontae from you when you had to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 guys who get a pick twice is no. You chose to not have Devontae. I didn't take him from you. If I didn't take him, one of these guys would have. You think this guy's taking Terry McLaurin over Devontae? Maybe. Jameson Williams over Devontae? Maybe. And then I get another pick. Chuck, what you want to do there is you want to turn on the notification bell on YouTube. Turn that on. And join my Discord. I always tag in the live stream section when I go live. And I tweet it out. Turn on notifications for my tweets too, if you want to see it. If you guys want to hang out Sunday morning, I will be usually around 10 a.m. Sundays. Maybe even earlier. I'll be going live for start sit questions, DFS cram, drafts, etc. So come hang out on Sunday. Trevor should be real low owned, so hopefully he's the key to me going to the dog bowl. See, my highest projected team so far is the Richardson team that we built on stream. This Mahomes team is my second highest projected. And this Purdy team is 1.5 a point behind. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you Sunday. Peace out.